Now this posted up episode, man. Look, I finally got my guy on. Denver Nuggets for swing man, Will Barton. Man, I've been trying to get you on for a minute. Finally got you. You here in LA. It all worked out.
Yep.
Thrill, man. Thanks for coming, man.
Yes, sir.
My
Appreciate you
man.
for having me.
No,
Appreciate
my
you for having
man.
me.
You always, man, look, me and Thrill go back to his Portland days, man. I seen this guy just seen the climb, the progression as a ball player, as a man. And I want to take everybody, through that journey with you for a little bit. But first of all, man, how you doing, man? What's up with you? How's the team? Your team looking pretty good so far?
Yeah, everything's going good right now, man. We playing well. 5-game winning streak right now. One of the top teams in the West. You know what I mean? Can't complain too much.
Well, since you mentioned top 10, I'll bring this up right now. So top 10, I was looking at a stat. It was a real the plus minus.
Yeah.
Out of top 10 players, it got the top stars, all LeBrons and whoever, James Harden, all those guys in there, all number one options for their team. You're in that mix. I believe you were like number 5 or 6 at that point.
Yep.
Like what has happened? Like how does that happen? How does that happen where a guy you're not even, you play a role, you play it to the best of your ability in Denver, but you're not the Jason Tatums, the LeBrons, number one option type players. How are you in that mix?
You got the stars, and then you got me. Huh?
I mean, you a star, all right, bro.
How did I get there?
Yeah, that's why I want to know, man. What's been up? What's up with your play?
Just going out there competing at a high level. I think I'm one of the most talented guys in the league. Whether I get the notoriety for it or, the fan love affair. When it comes down to playing and getting the job done, I think, I go out there and do it at the highest level.
Defensive rating as well.
Yeah.
You won a top 10 in defensive rating. I think most people don't think of defense when they think of you. Think of a high energy type player.
Yeah.
What has it been about your is it defensive improvement or the numbers, just
I mean, you can never tell. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm just a stopper. The numbers sometimes can go either way, but I will tell you I'm competing at a high level, just locked in more. When you on a team that got championship aspirations, you got to be a good defensive team. So I'm just trying to take pride in going out there and, playing the right way, trying to contain my man and, play good help defense.
You're averaging around 15 points a game. You're one of the best catch and shoot 3-point shooters we have in this league. And the reason I bring that up now is that, look, I remember Thrill. For people who don't know Thrill, man, that's his name. Will the Thrill Barton, man. In Portland, I saw Will. Will came up. You and CJ McCollum, same draft, correct?
No. I mean,
you
yeah,
came
I
with
mean,
Dame.
yeah,
It was you,
yeah.
Dame, and Myers Leonard
Yep,
that
yep,
draft,
yep.
correct? But I remember you guys, you weren't playing.
What I used to tell you in the locker room, though.
You said all you needed was a chance. You used to always say that.
Did you believe me?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna be. Look, I knew you can play. Obviously, man, you get to that level, you can play. Man, I studied your game. I followed the last year while you were at Memphis. I knew you can play, but your jump shot was broke.
Yeah.
It was like it got to a point where I'm not gonna name the coaching staff, but one of the coaches like, he might have to like change his shot up a little bit, like the fundamentals of your shot, and so. I was just a little concerned with that. I thought that would be a detriment. You always knew.
But didn't I tell you I was going to be good?
You did.
Did I?
Okay.
Did I not always tell you at the games when we talk?
You always say that.
What I used to say?
No, you always say that. You was like, you all in these opportunities. Watch, I'm going to show. I'm going to show everybody. First of all, what gave you that foresight to think that when you weren't playing, you weren't, you didn't dress sometimes.
Yeah. Just having self-belief. I knew I was real talented, and I put in a lot of work. See, when you put in a lot of work, you can trust yourself. I knew I was going there every day. Summers, after practice, before practice, and when we got a chance to scrimmage and hoop against each other, I always held my own.
Yeah, I heard about
I always held my own. So, and, vets on the team and other guys, they always told me I could play. So once you get the respect from your peers and your teammates, and then you put in a lot of work, you got to have confidence. You gotta have confidence. I've been good my whole life. Why stop now? Why
And
stop
see,
now?
and that's the personality that, especially in Portland, people fell in love with that. Like he wasn't playing a lot, but like fans fell in love with you, like the thrill, like that nickname came, and you know, you was like the people's champ, you know, all that came, that you know, that people ran away with that. But I'm gonna say this, look, I remember, Will. I want to see if you recall. Can you tell me what you recall of that night? The reason why I didn't feel like you wouldn't be able to take your game to the next level was because of your jump shot.
Right.
And I remember when you played the Los Angeles Lakers. The game was in Portland. I'm watching vividly, and I think this was a point of the season where Coach like was just playing the young guys, and you guys get to play. And Kobe Bryant was guarding. And I remember Kobe. He was on you for a minute, and then he just retreated all the way to the paint while you were at the 3-point line. And you, for what I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I remember, you were hesitating a little bit. Like you was like looking to do something else, like looking to pass, like you knew you were wide open.
Yeah.
And I think you ended up shooting it and you missed it badly or something like that. But I was like, wow, like Kobe. First of all, I'm like, you know, Kobe had to look at a scouting report, you know, at some point. But I was just thinking, like, damn, like that's going to be the detriment to Will. Like, what do you remember of that night?
I remember the whole night. It's crazy you said it. That was my first start in the NBA. Then I'm going up against Kobe. That's my idol. I had been playing the game before. I had played real well. I think we had played Dallas or somebody. I played real good. And I just remember like, man, I'm about to start my first start against Kobe.
Man.
And it's crazy is I came out, my first shot of the game, I hit a jumper.
Okay.
But Wesley Johnson was on me. See, I remember the whole thing.
All right.
And I think he had went on the screen or something. He wasn't playing me tight, and I hit the jumper, a 2-point jumper, a mid-range jumper. And I remember Kobe, like, because, you know, they was trying to fight to get in the playoffs. So I remember he yelled at Wes, and then next thing I know, he was guarding me. And
how that feel? You know, like what was that? What was that initial feeling once Kobe switches on to you?
oh, it was like, man, it's on. That's how I was. I had just played well. I just hit my first shot.
So you feeling
I'm
good?
going up against, you know, who I think the greatest player of all time. I'm like, man, it's on. Let's get it on.
Right, go ahead, keep going.
And I just remember a couple of those plays like that because he did it more than once. And he just started guarding me at the free throw line. I got the ball at the 3-point line. He always at the free throw line. And I told him I've been good my whole life. I've been the man my whole life. I never had nobody guard me like that.
Yeah.
So it messed me up psychologically. I'm like, what's
what
going on? I don't know what to do. Somebody guard me at the free throw line. I don't know if I should pass. I don't know if I should shoot. I'm like, should I try to drive? I'm like, why is he giving me so much space? I'm just holding the ball. And man, he got to my head. He got into my head. I'm hitting the crowd, shoot.
Yeah.
And now I'm so nervous about shooting the ball. I'm so messed up. I really don't want to shoot it. Now I shoot it, that thing ain't going in. It ain't going in.
Confidence just rattled at that moment.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Man, what would you consider that? I don't know. Was that the night where you felt like you need to improve from that area?
Oh yeah, I remember at the game because I take games serious, especially at that point. I know, I'm just trying to show people I can play. So every game, anytime I get in the game, I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to perform and look good out there. So after that game, man, I was pissed. I remember like, man, I'm out there, I ain't confident.
Yeah.
I ain't shooting the ball. I got wide open opportunity to shoot. Like, who am I? I've never been this guy. And that's definitely one of the turning points in my career where I'm like, yeah, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out being me. Yeah. I ain't never going to be no guy out there just, what do I do? What do I do with the ball? And, that definitely, helped mold me into the player I am now.
You ever talk to Kobe about that night? Did he ever say anything?
It's crazy. I talked to him after the game.
After the game?
After the game.
How did that happen? Because
I don't remember. I don't know if someone told him how big of a fan I was or whatever, but I just remember after the game, I was coming out the locker room and walking through the tunnel about to, going to the garage, to the cars, and Kobe right there, and he called me over there, and he was just talking to me, and That's the only time I ever been starstruck in my life, where I was talking to somebody and I wasn't even talking back. I'm just looking up and I'm just listening. And I remember he told me, young fella, man, you gonna be good. You could be good. He said, but you gotta work on your jump. He said, lock yourself in that gym and get that jumper straight. And when he told me that, I just ran with it. I remember that summer. I mean, that was towards the end of the season already. And that summer, that's all I wanted to improve on. My jumper, my jumper, my jumper. And every summer after that, I just wanted to keep working on it to get it better and better, because I knew if I could make shots, if I had people respect my jumper, then my whole game would evolve. Because I knew I could, handle the ball pretty well. I was athletic. I can get to the rim, and I can make plays for others. But in this league, it's so hard if you can't shoot. So I was like, man, I gotta listen to this, man. I gotta get in this gym and lock in.
Big.
Yeah.
No, that's big, man. From one of the goats, man.
Yeah.
Well, how have you so how are coaches and players, what are they saying about you now, like when you're in the game, and like how do they like what are some of the things they said about your game now?
Oh man, you never know. You might hear. I hear some of the opposing coaches. Man, it's going up. It's going up. So we came a long way from
Exactly.
from being guarded at the free throw line to now. Anytime he touch it, he'll shoot that.
Yeah, get up on.
Yeah, he'll shoot that.
Oh man, no, I look at your jumper now, man, and I watch a lot of Denver Nuggets games, and when you catch and shoot, like I'm just confident that ball's going in. Like you get a good look, and I think that's a testament to the work you put in. How long did you think it took? So people who are trying to improve their craft in basketball, how long did it fully take you to get your jumper to where you at right now?
Well, that's something, like I said.
After
that, it probably took about 2-3 summers to get it to where it's now.
Yeah.
Just stand on it. You really got to look at your shot and see what you need to improve on. So when I first came in the league, I didn't get my legs under my shot enough.
Okay.
I didn't get my legs under my shot
So
enough.
it was
So
all
I really,
upper body, arms?
no, my base. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I shot all upper body.
Yeah.
So I need to get a better base, get a wider base, make sure I'm using my legs, getting to my shot, and then you just go off repetition, just keep getting up shots, till it become, just normal to you. You don't even have to think about it.
And that's something. A lot of people think that, I go into off season, then I'm gonna be a killer after the off season. Like you saying, it took you.
Oh no, you don't. I mean, you can get better in the off season, but you got to work. I'm working for years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting in work to get results years from now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I always knew that, I was going to be good even in Portland, because I knew, man, I'm working hard. It might not show this month. It might not show completely this season. But eventually, it's going to all come together. And that's what you have to be willing to do. You have to be willing to put in work for a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, because that's when you're going to get the real results.
Yeah, I respect that. Well, I remember when you got your chance, you didn't really get your chance until you got to Denver.
Yeah.
You were traded to Denver, and I remember it was like, you played, I want to say 20-something games with Denver.
Yeah.
But, you was coming off the bench, you was averaging like 15, 16, whatever. You did your thing, killing. Then you stepped into free agency. I want to know what, like, take me back there through that process. So you stepped into free agency, but you didn't have many games under your belt. And so it's like, then there was a situation where it was a 3-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
You took a 3-year deal, I think it was 3 years, $11 million, something like that. And I remember I was talking to you at that time about that deal, as an old agent you had. And I was like, man, it was a conundrum. I was like, man, because, you don't have a lot of games under your belt, but these are 3 years of security. And I remember thinking back, and not to say I put you in that class, but Nolan Smith was on the team with you in Portland.
Right?
Yeah, was your first year or first 2 years? No,
I think just the
first. It was your first year
because
he was there the year before.
Right. Yeah.
And he was a first round pick.
Yeah.
And didn't get the time, and he was out the league in a couple years. And I was like, damn. I was like, okay, so Will, you got a 3-year deal, but it's locking you up for a good price, for 3 years in your prime. And you ended up, you played those 3 years out. You was one of the best six men, and all you was top top three, top four, 6-man voting each year.
Yeah.
But you got you at a bargain at that time. How did you feel? Like, how was that process in weighing the pros and cons of taking that deal at that time?
Like you said, well, I was getting the deal off basically half a season, really. Getting traded at the break, going out there just trying to ball out. And I knew the market wasn't going to be too crazy for me because, like you said, it was just basically less than half a season, and that was the only body of work I had. So, I just wanted to get some security. It wasn't really all about the money. I just wanted to get some security and a chance to play.
Yeah.
And I knew once I got that, I'm like, I'm going to show I'm better than this contract. Because I know what people looking like. Dang, he got 3 years, $11 million for that?
Yeah.
And they looking like, that's a lot. And I'm looking like, I'm going to prove this deal was nothing.
No doubt.
Like, I'm going to be a bargain.
You told me that.
That's why
You told me
everything
you told me that.
I'm telling you, I'm like, this going to be a bargain. Again, because I know the work I'm putting in. It's not just being cocky. It's not just talking out the side of my neck. I know I'm putting in a lot of work every day in the gym. I love the game. I study it. So it's like, I'm going to be good. There's no way. I'm getting the minutes now. I love the game. I'm taking it serious. Y'all gonna see. That was a bargain deal.
It was definitely a bargain deal. I was just, it was just like in the midst of that bargain deal. 2016 happened. I believe it was 2016. Was that the year where all the money went up?
Yeah.
And I was like, Will. I was like, you saw, Ken Bazemore, the Evan Turners, they get these 4 years, 80, 90, and I'm like, Will, damn, like you think you were locked in for another 2?
Yep.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, the money had jumped.
What was your mindset at that point? Like, cause you already was established at that time.
Yeah, I was like, damn. If I could have just, what I mean? But I knew at the time I had to take that deal.
Yeah.
So it was like, and my whole thing is, a lot of guys was getting paid, but I try to like not even, put myself in those situations. That what happened for those guys is what's for them. It's for them, and you got to be happy for people. And only thing it did was make me work harder.
Yeah.
And say, I'm going to get another deal. I'm going to get more money. Not trying to focus on, am I going to get 90 mil, 100 mil, 60 mil, 50 mil. Just keep loving the game, playing hard, proving myself, and everything else to take care of itself.
Yeah.
That's why I never trip. I'm happy when guys get paid because that means I'm going to keep getting it.
Man. I know you are, but I was looking at them. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I'm looking at these
definitely.
cats. I'm like, man, they can't hold you. They can't hold your strap. Like, you know what I mean? And just at the time, free agency, it's all about timing too.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't put yourself in somebody else. I can't say, well, this guy got 80 million. My numbers is way better than him.
Yeah.
I should be getting paid more than him because it's all about time. It's all about time as a situation. You just got to focus on yourself, really.
Man. So you're in Denver, and you instantly become a crowd favorite, fan favorite. Putting up the numbers you do, and you ended up getting paid. You ended up getting paid. So, credit to you. You did those 3 years. You got paid. You got the starting small forward spot last season, and you suffered an injury. During that season. Can you take me through that injury, what it was, and explain to everybody what you were going through?
Yeah, that was tough for me because, like you said, I'm finally getting everything I wanted. Another contract, great deal, a new role that I've been wanting for a long time.
Hold on, let me say let me say this. I applaud you, Will, in the fact that there are moments and times where players got to keep it PC, say the right things. You always knew, like, you're a starting caliber player.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted. You were in your role as a reserve, and I think you even came out and said, like, nah, I want to start in this league. Like, what made you take that approach? Well, most guys would be like, I'll do whatever's asked, whatever coach, even though you would. But
I mean, because I was being honest. I was being real. I was doing what I was asked. But if you ask me, what do I think of myself? What do I see myself? I'm going to be honest with you. I saw myself as a starter. I didn't rebel and say, oh, I ain't starting and I ain't going to play hard. No, I was going out there doing my job, but I'm letting people know I see myself as a starter. So I'm going to keep working hard until I get that. you know. And if I don't, I don't. But I'm not gonna box myself in
No doubt.
and,
Yeah,
and
I get
not
what you're saying.
and not chase that. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna stop chasing something because I'm scared to admit it and embrace it.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid of looking silly and fail. I remember when, you know, when I first used to tell people that, they like, no, they thinking I'm tripping, but no, this is what I think of myself,
Yeah.
and I ain't gonna let nobody, you know, tell me different. I'm just keep proving it.
So you got the starting job last year. Got paid. What was the injury? Explain the injury.
So it's like my abductor, like close to your core muscles, and I had to get it, you know, repaired. I had to get it repaired. It gave out on me and popped in early season against Phoenix.
And you knew. Did you know it was serious at the time?
When it popped in midair, I didn't know what happened
Okay,
because
because
I've
this
never
was
been
early. Yeah,
seriously.
this is
Yeah, I
early
never been
season.
seriously injured.
All right.
But when I came down and I tried to run and I fell to the ground and I felt all the pain, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is serious. This is definitely serious."
Required surgery.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Required surgery. So, how long were you expected to be out at that time?
I think about 3 to 4 months.
3 or 4 months.
Yeah, because I didn't come back to what, mid-January.
Okay. So you fulfilled that timeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel you were ready when you came back?
Yeah. I didn't feel all the way back to myself yet, but I felt like I was good enough to play.
Got you.
And that's all I wanted to do.
Okay. So this is what I noticed from afar. So last season was tough because your role kind of fluctuated. Obviously, the team was winning, and you weren't your efficient self.
Yeah.
You weren't what you did the previous 3 years. Still productive. Still putting up solid numbers. And I just start seeing like Barton Vitrell online. I seen it. I looked in the stands. I think I went to a couple games last year, and like it was like people were waiting to pounce on you after a mistake. And this is after you being the people's champ, being one of the crowd favorites. Yeah. Like, what was that? What do you remember from that period when you saw that from home fans?
That was tough for me. That was tough just because, like you said, you go from being a fan favorite, a guy everybody, cheer for and root for, and now it's like they wait for you to do something so you can come out the game, so you get subbed. They don't even really want to see you play. And to see the narrative change, and because I'm a cool guy,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I like to play in front of the home crowd. I'm an energy guy. So to see that, it kind of like, it messed my energy up. So I'm like, man, I'm going out here to, you know what I mean, try to win and compete. And, they ain't want to see me out there. So that was kind of tough. That was tough for me.
You felt that while you're playing, like, damn, they're waiting for me to make a mistake.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm an honest guy. You can feel it.
Yeah.
You could just feel it. You could just feel it.
What did you did you have any like like I always tell players when they ask of like fans are they're good. Fans are good for the most part. They're really good fans in this league, but they're loyal to their team. And once you're gone, they'll boo you and do whatever. Did you have a different perspective, or outlook on I don't know fandom at that time, or just
it was different for me because it was my home fans.
Yeah.
So it was different. It's different. Like you get booed on the road, you expect that.
Yeah.
But I got booed by my home fans. So that was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah, that's something that most people are not going to experience that.
No, you ain't.
Yeah.
You ain't. That's tough.
And all you're trying to do is go out there and play. But you weren't, you knew you weren't yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, I wasn't going to go out there and make no excuses. I'm on the court. I'm not playing well. I ain't producing. And that's how I look at it. I try to make it black and white. I ain't going to complain about no fans booing me. They did what they did. They cheering for their team. They wanted to win. They felt like I wasn't the best option. So my whole thing is, at the season, to look myself in the mirror, don't make no excuses, and say, how do I come back better? Because all this is motivation.
Yeah.
All of it is motivation for me. I'm real driven. So now it's time to come back and show, okay, This is who I really am. And now they made me block out. You know what I mean? It made me block out. Now I don't care what nobody think. No fans, no nothing. I'm going out there to play for just to win. Play for myself, my family, and to play and show myself who I am. That's it. And it was good for me. It was good for me because it put me in a relentless mode, a relentless stage. It woke me up. Like, nah, this ain't you. This ain't you. Let's go. Let's go back in the lab.
Yeah.
Let's get back out there and let's be who you really are. We ain't gonna make no excuse. We ain't gonna say you was hurt. Nah, cowards do that.
Yeah.
Not one time did I blame my play on injuries.
I know.
We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
We didn't play well. Period. Let's get back in the lab. Let's come back better. This is a challenge. You gotta love a challenge, man.
No, I mean you stepped up.
You gotta love a challenge, man.
The proof is in the pudding right now. I mean, like I said, tops in defensive rating, tops in player efficiency in the league. The proof is in the pudding. You did something. You got healthy.
Yeah. Come back hungry.
You come back home. You got healthy. I'm gonna jump to this season, but what's your relationship now with the Denver fan base now? Because obviously you're playing well, and you ain't.
When I'm out there, I still, before I shoot and stuff like that, I get signed autographs. I get the fans that want to talk to me, high fives, and still talk to them. I haven't changed in that way. It's only changed mentally going into a game. And because it's like, I want to say you treat it almost like the fans is almost like one of your parents, right? Your home fan. You want your parents to love you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the stage I was before that happened. You like, man, you go out there, you play good. Good job, man. And you always want them to be proud of you, no matter what.
No doubt.
So once that happened, it was like, okay, I had to disconnect myself from that.
Okay.
I gotta go out there and just be me and do my job, and don't be worried about if anybody like you or if anybody cheering for you. Just go out there and play the game while you started from the beginning. I didn't come into the game playing for fans. I came there because I loved it. And that's where my mindset is now. I don't have no grudge against them. It just gave me motivation. I actually want to thank them.
That's real. That's real. So you stepping into the off season after you guys are eliminated by Portland.
Yeah.
In the semifinal round. You actually had some good games in that series, man. I think you got the starting spot back.
No. I kept coming off the bench.
You kept coming off the bench, huh?
Yep. I kept coming off the bench.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but some of your time got picked up.
Yeah, I was playing more minutes, probably different games.
Okay, were you starting to feel better? Look, we ain't trying to use injury as an excuse, but were you starting to feel better at that point?
No, I was just, even like I said, from getting booed against the Spurs, I was already in that mindset, like, just play better. I wasn't feeling better, just no excuses. Like, let's just
go. You out
let's
there.
just go.
Okay. I noticed you've been obviously. I noticed you haven't been on social media. When did that start?
Probably right before the season started.
Right before
the season started.
Okay.
Yep.
What was your mindset in doing that?
I just wanted to block out all the noise. I didn't want to see nothing. I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't want no distractions. I just wanted to be able to get ready for the season. That was the biggest thing in my mindset, was bouncing back this season.
Bouncing back, yeah.
I didn't want anything. I just focused on basketball.
As a player, you get all type of so on social media. It has the pros and cons, but I know you can get attacked a lot. Saying people saying you should get traded and things like that. What was some of the? I'm gonna move on.
That part. I mean, that wasn't the reason I got on social media. Like, you gonna see that, regardless. It's other things. You just don't want to see certain things. People can message you that you don't talk to every day. I mean, you just see so much stuff
Yeah.
in the world. You can get distracted by nonsense. There's everything going on in the world. You got entertainment.
Yeah.
So many things could take your mind off what you're trying to accomplish, and that's what it was. I ain't never worried about comments. I don't
Yeah.
even go back and forth. If you look at my social media when I have it, I don't go back and forth with nobody on Twitter.
Yeah.
I ain't going back and forth with you on Instagram because if I do that now, you accomplish your goal.
Yeah.
You got my attention.
Yeah.
I let people go off in my comments.
Yeah.
Get off. Well, you suck. We want to trade you. You shouldn't be here. Get off.
Yeah.
Get off, man, because
Yeah.
I ain't going back and forth with you. I know who I am. I ain't tripping, man. They
Yeah.
want you to do that. Get
Yeah.
off on me, man.
Oh,
Do whatever,
man.
do whatever, man.
Yeah.
Y'all do you.
So you did that. You did that. You got off of social media. Now, this, like you said, you preparing for the bounce back year, which is this season.
Yeah.
And so you go into camp. And all right, so can you walk me through the process? Then there's some more news. Can you walk me through the process of, it was open.
Yeah.
Open. Your spot was up for grabs. Could you walk me through that process of learning that and how that made you feel at the time?
It's another thing for motivation. That's how I look at it. Could complain, could feel sorry for myself. I just choose to go another way about it.
Were
Let's
you
compete.
surprised?
Was I surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised, but it is what it is. I mean, like I said, instead of making excuses, I just look myself in the mirror. Man, listen, you wasn't that good last year. You wasn't that good. So you ain't got nothing to, why this? Nah, just go out there and handle your business. You go out there and be you. Everything gonna take care of itself. That's why I say I ain't got to worry about nothing but being the player I know I am. And everything else gonna take care of itself.
I mean, I think that's what made you, will the thrill is that you've proven, of course, when you're healthy, when everybody's healthy, but you've proven when given an opportunity, you go out there and produce. And, for many people who don't watch the Denver Nuggets play, it's Jokic, man, he's one of the best big men in the league, man.
Definitely.
He like one of the best passing big men the game has ever seen. I mean, I'm gonna go that far.
Oh, yeah.
What is it like? What is it like playing with a guy like that?
It's amazing. I mean, he's just one of the best passers, period. You can't even put him in
that's
a
real.
box of saying one of the best passers, but he's one of the best passers, period. And he's going to find you. He's almost like a quarterback. Even if you're not open, he'll throw you open.
Yeah.
Any inch of space, he's going to put it right there for you to, make a play and score. So, and he loves making plays like that. When you got a star on your team, the best player on your team who loves to play like that, it makes everyone play like that.
I remember last year, and it's really the narrative on this team now, is that they'll say, well, Denver's a good regular season team, but they don't have a true star that you just give the ball to and go. That's always going to hurt them in the playoffs. Do y'all, as a team, do y'all hear that?
I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that?
No, I don't believe in that.
Why not?
Because I feel like you can get a ball to Yoke and he can get a bucket at any time. Anytime.
Okay, the difference is with that is, so they say, obviously with Shaq, when Shaq was playing, he was somebody you couldn't, you could always double team the post, get the ball out of his hands, opposed to somebody who's a face-up player who can put the ball down. Like, it's hard to double team a guy like that. So with that being said, how do y'all combat if they say, okay, we'll get the ball out of Jokic's hands? Do you still feel like y'all have the team, the personnel, to get the job done when it matters deep into the playoffs and potentially even the finals run?
Definitely. Jamal can get it done. Jamal can go get a bucket, playing the pick and roll. He can get a shot off. Gary can go get a bucket. And I definitely can go get one.
I know.
So I feel like, man, we just got to keep being who we are, and we gonna be good.
But I'm gonna give a shout out to Gary Harris, man. Like, offensively, his numbers aren't up there, but he's locking some of the top.
One of the best defenders in the league.
Man, he's locking some of these top perimeter guys up.
First team all defense.
Man, you think he's
they got to give it to him. I'm saying right now. I mean, we still got a long way to go, but right now, come on, man. Who defending better than right now? Every night.
at that position. I can't,
Every night he bringing it every night.
I like what Patrick Beverly is doing this season.
Gary Harris, man.
Yeah, I'm saying no, Gary. He's what makes him such a tough defender.
He's strong, he athletic, physical, and he love to defend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he blowing up DHOs.
Yeah.
He fighting around screens. He containing the ball 1-on-1. I mean, what doesn't he do on defense?
Yeah. No, he's right there.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to make sure I gave him some credit because he's if he continues, like you said, he'll be on the first if not
first team, man. I'm telling you, first team, man. Gary Harris. I ain't speaking on nobody else. Who else gonna make it? He just got to be on there. Gary Harris, man.
Okay, so now we're some, we got some games approaching 30-game mark, past 30-game mark for a lot of NBA teams. What do you think of the landscape of the NBA now? With KD shifting over there to the Brooklyn Nets, the Warriors are just. What do you think about the Warriors? Let me ask you that. A lot of people have been waiting to see that team do that. What you think about the Warriors and what they're going through right now?
They're going through something any NBA franchise going to eventually go through. It's going to be highs and lows.
But this is below low, like what was going on. Like nobody expected this.
I mean, you lose KD.
Yeah.
Steph get hurt. Clay was already hurt. I mean, what you think after that?
Man. I've been saying nobody foresaw. Once KD left, they were like, okay, yeah.
Once the injuries happened, and with him departing.
I know. Yeah. It's, I'm based in the Bay. I went to 2 games, been 2 games all year, man. And it wasn't to see the
War. That ain't like you?
That
ain't like you?
It wasn't, in those 2 games wasn't to see the Warriors. It was the other teams.
You didn't even go to see them?
No, man.
You just switched up.
Man. No,
you switched up on them?
I ain't switched up on them, man. Hey, man, look. I got to tell Yahoo. They want me going to hot games, so blame Yahoo, man. I got to get to the games that have meat. It's all good. They had their run. They're gonna come back though. It ain't over.
We're gonna see what happens.
What you think about the landscape of the league right now? Do you feel like it's wide open, or you feel like Lakers or Clippers or the team?
Man, you joking, man. Come on, man. You playing around. I'm about to end the interview. You saying stuff like that.
What you talking
about,
think
I'm going to sit up here and say, man, the Lakers and Clippers, man, they going to win. It's coming down to them two.
I did not.
You think I would say something like that?
I did not say the Lakers or the Clippers going to win it.
Why did you say the Lakers or Clippers? That's singling 2 teams out.
I'm going to explain to you why I said that. You're a realist. You've always kept it real.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it with you. You've never had a problem before admitting if a team is on this level or not. That doesn't mean that you can't beat them.
I'm saying how you the road you was taking, you like landscape and lead, and then you just say the Lakers or Clippers. Like you already got them penciled in. No, and you think I'm gonna agree with you on that?
I ain't got no penciled in. I'm not saying it's gonna come out of it, but those are the 2 top. Those are the cream of the crop in the West. Would you not? Would you?
I'm saying why are you saying that? I'm not saying that. I'm saying why are you just saying those 2 teams? I'm not saying they're not cream of the crop. I'm just saying why.
I'm not trying to hear sit. I'm not trying to.
We not cream of the crop.
You guys are up there, but if you're asking me, if I had to,
this is what I'm saying. They really good teams. They got really great players. Clippers ain't won no championship last year. Lakers ain't won a championship last year. They in the same boat as us.
I hear you.
That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
I ain't saying they ain't great. I ain't saying they ain't. What I'm saying is, me, how I look at it, it's wide open. Ain't nobody did nothing that nobody else ain't did as a team. Okay. I'm saying, who won the championship last year?
Yeah,
I'm asking you.
Toronto won last year, and they're not the team they were last year.
All I'm saying is, ain't nobody did nothing Denver Nuggets ain't did.
I like that. I respect it. I wouldn't dismiss it, but I singled out those 2 teams because I'm talking about the teams that we consider to be the cream of the crop. That's it.
Yeah, I
wasn't saying y'all can't beat them.
I'm saying, so why you ain't say our name though? That's what I'm asking you.
I just don't. If I'm only picking 2, look. Let's say it like this: the top four in the West, both LA teams to me. Right now, you know, Houston and Denver. No order.
Okay.
Well, after 1 and 2.
Look, see what I'm saying? Come on,
I'm
man.
keeping it real, for real.
I'm
Y'all
saying
gotta
that's your
prove it.
opinion.
I
I
gotta.
don't. Everybody entitled to have their
Y'all
opinion.
got.
I'm saying when you ask me though,
I wouldn't expect anything.
you
less.
ask me, I'm just telling you who I'm ruling with.
I wouldn't expect anything less. Is there anything that surprises you that's happened around the league this season?
I wouldn't say so. Phoenix playing pretty well.
Yeah, Phoenix, they're doing cool.
They playing pretty well.
OKC, they're playing a little
OKC
good.
been up
Yeah.
and down. I mean, you got Chris. I mean, Gallows. They still won't compete.
Okay.
I wouldn't say too many surprises. I'm trying to think.
Oh, let's go back to your old neck of the woods, Portland. They're not.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Why?
I mean, they've been good since I've been in the league.
Yeah.
I don't think Damian missed the playoffs since his rookie year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's always surprising if they ain't winning.
They got some injuries.
Yeah, that's tough. They got some tough injuries though. Nerd,
Zach
Hood,
Collins. Yeah. Hood.
Collins. I mean,
Yeah.
they got injured. The key guy that was in their rotation. So that's tough to overcome. I mean, they still got Dame and CJ. So
Yeah. I had CJ on my pod a few weeks ago, and I told him I felt sorry for him at one point during this season because no disrespect. And I ain't trying to do, that's funny. When you say no disrespect, then what comes
and
next?
then you come right with it. This man is crazy, man.
But I told him at one point they were starting this season, Anthony Tolliver and Mario Zona. And I, fine gentlemen. Fine gentlemen. But
this man just said fine gentlemen.
Fine gentlemen, but come on, man. Like, this team, you just come off the Western Conference Finals,
right?
And those are two guys you have starting. Well, I told CJ that, I'm like, man, I feel sorry for y'all. And it didn't have anything to do with the roster construction, just the injuries, put them in that position. But you just know that if that's what you're starting.
That's what you saying?
I am saying that. I told him.
Crazy,
I told him. What I'm supposed to say, Will? It is like. But for Anthony Tolliver in his role, you got to put him in his role to maximize his ability, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. People will take that out of context, say, you know what I mean? But
crazy,
but that's real, man. That's real.
No. I mean, listen, I try to. I stay away from other team situations, man, and mind my business. Yeah, I got to be concerned about Denver Nuggets.
I hear you, man. And so when you think about what you guys have to face, what are going to be some of the biggest obstacles for you guys to get to where you want, which is ultimately, to win a championship? What would be some of the biggest hurdles?
Us. We our biggest hurdle. We're going to be our biggest hurdle. We got to go out there and just play our style of basketball, our brand of basketball, stay together, and just believe in that ultimate goal. You can't, once you get caught up trying to chase teams or focus on other teams, it ain't never going to go right because you ain't focusing on yourself. We can't worry about what this team doing, what that team doing, and how they playing or how big of a threat they're going to be to us. We go out there and compete at the highest level, stay tough, go out there and play together. I feel like we can beat anybody.
Team-wise, you're like one of the best teams, like best teams out there. The offense is pretty efficient. The one thing I look at you guys like, man, wish I would get up and down a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like just, when do those opportunities arise within the system you guys play?
I mean, we've been the last, I think, on the 5-game win streak, we done picked our pace up a little bit. We just got to do it more consistently. That's what I'm saying.
What started trying to pick the pace up a little
Noticing we weren't playing with no pace.
Okay.
Our coaches staying on us about it, watching film, and just talking about it.
All right. So this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see from Denver. Like, before I get to that. So a lot of people are definitely not to the extent people were getting on you last year, but Jokic, you look at his numbers, it's a dip from last season. It hasn't progressed in that area offensively in some other areas. He's taken a little criticism a little bit early on this season. Mm-hmm. What you think's contribute to that? You think it's just too early to make assumptions, or what's been up with that?
As far as what, the criticism, or you saying?
Here's the play. The play. He hasn't taken that rise, or it hasn't been at the standard that it was last season.
I mean, Yote the type player, he just focusing on winning. Our record hasn't suffered. I think we got the same record that we had at the same stage last year. So it's like he's just feel like as long as we winning, what everybody making a big fuss about, he know, man, we know he can dominate at any time he want. So it's just a matter of him. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. And we got faith in him. He gonna be what we need him to be. I mean, you look at the last couple of games he been doing it.
No, he came off triple double was against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Is there a funny Jokic story you had? Or most people like he doesn't talk to the media much. He's like pretty reserved. Is there a funny story about Jokic?
That's the funny thing though. He really not that reserved. I mean, maybe to the media, but if you know him, if you inside our locker room, you one of the players, he's one of the funniest guys. He talk all day. He always making jokes. He keeping the locker room light. It's just funny that the narrative is he's reserved and he don't like to talk.
Yeah, I mean, because he doesn't he doesn't do a lot of interviews and
but that's not his style.
Yeah,
that's not his style. He's not really into that. He just love the game. He want to play the game and have fun playing it, and have fun with his teammates.
Okay. Before I let you go, a few more questions, Bill. I gotta ask you. I gotta put you on the spot. Who's the best player in the game right now, man? Who's the best player in the game right now? Come on, Thrill. You had no problem early. Man. You had no problem early in your career.
You don't put me on the spot like that?
Man, look, you had no problem early in your career proclaiming Kobe Bryant to be the best. But
that's different.
No, it's not different. LeBron was playing at that time.
You know why it's different? You know why it's different? I grew up watching Kobe, idolizing Kobe. I don't idolize nobody no more. I'm in the game.
Okay, so just because you don't idolize anybody anymore, you still can't recognize.
I recognize as good players and great players. I can't be up here saying who the best player in the league. I got to back. Come on, man. I got to play against these guys, man. I'm on camera saying that. They gonna be like, "Oh man, I know what it is when I see him." Nah.
Hey, what do you think that does to guys who do come out and say such and such a player is better? Like, what type of dynamic you think that lends itself?
It's just different dynamics. Different people look at things differently. I ain't gonna be caught saying it was different when I first got in the league. Kobe, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's Kobe.
That's Kobe, huh?
Yeah.
So when he left, that's the only guy.
Listen. I ain't had a favorite player since.
I mean, yeah, you can't have a favorite player now. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't have a favorite player.
After Kobe, it was a wrap.
All right. Let me take it another direction.
Yeah.
Who's your early MVP?
Man. It's a lot of guys.
I mean, Giannis
going
is doing
crazy. Giannis going crazy right now. Giannis going crazy. LeBron and AD going crazy.
Yeah.
Harden, he going crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's too early to call, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We're going to need some more games so you can just keep it up, I guess.
Did you ever think it'd be a day where we putting up the NBA teams putting up these type of numbers? Like the way teams are scoring?
Yeah, because the game's so spaced out now. It's such a high emphasis on shooting. Guys are just getting better. The talent is crazy. Who knows where it's gonna go from here?
So it really started happening the last couple of years. The pace is higher, the pace is up, the shot clock. It used to go back to 24 after a miss. After you get an offense rebound, it goes to 14 now. So that's getting quicker shots up. Do you feel as a player? Have you felt the difference as a player just running up and down more than years past?
A little bit, definitely. And guys are shooting a lot of threes. Teams are shooting a lot of threes now. So it's like, you ain't got no choice but to score.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't got no choice but to score.
And those threes hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Those threes hurt. Huh? Man, they add up. They hurt, man. Like,
they add up.
I used to, I remember when I was playing, I was a low post player in high school until I got to college, was a guard. But I mean, we played this one team, and they feed me the ball. I'm doing my thing, but they going up, and they three splash, three splash, three splash, and you looking up like we got about the same amount of field goals, but they got about 15, 20. Those threes add up
fast.
God,
fast.
The more, hey, Thrill, can I hoop, man?
You all right, man. Look, you all right. You all right. You all right. You ain't like that, but you all right. You all right. You all right. You all right. You all right.
Well, man,
you might do that better over again,
no,
too.
I ain't got it no more.
You ain't got it no more? We might do it again, man.
Hey, for some of y'all don't know, man. So it was Will, like first couple years in the league.
Yeah.
Will wasn't playing a lot, so me and him had a chance to talk a lot. And so I would show him clips of me playing college ball, and he would get on me like, man, you playing with guys at 6 foot, you'll sit there 6'2", like you ain't playing with nobody. And I show him, me dunking and stuff. And so long story short, this went on for like the whole season.
Yeah.
And so end of the year, I was like, Will, man, I tell you, I can score. And Will was like, look, we're gonna play a game. I'll give you 10 opportunities.
Yeah.
He won't play offense. He'll just play defense, and I'll shut you down every 10. And I'm like, Will. And I'm telling, like, at that time, I'm 27. I'm still, playing. I'm still some good shit. I'm like, Will, you give me 10 opportunities. I'm going to score, at least once. Long story short, I got one. I got one on it. But it was, I was in good shape, man. I just knew 10 times. I knew I could get one.
I'm still mad about that.
No, I knew.
I'm still mad about it.
You can't.
I wasn't supposed to let you score.
But listen, Will. Anybody, even if you go in the YMCA and there's a hooper, like he's not NBA caliber.
I'm still give him the same bet.
I know you will, because you got that confidence.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got the confidence, but it's a good opportunity, good chance that he's going to score at least one basket if you give him 10 chances.
Yeah, I mean, the odds.
I'm
still mad you scored.
Well, you ain't getting
I never let you know. I'm still mad you scored that.
You ain't getting it back. I'm too old sure, man. I'm pushing 40 down, man.
Hey, look, I'm 20. Well, I'm 28 now.
Yeah, I'm 37, man.
Whoo.
Damn.
We getting up there.
Well, man, look, first of all, man, I appreciate you, man, coming on, man, telling your story, your journey. You were one. I'll say this. When I was in Portland, man, that was the foundation for me. And it always, I love to see players progress and move up in their profession. I saw you, Dame, CJ go from there, and it seemed like my career kind of did the same thing at the same time, man. So I always have appreciation for you guys, man, because you guys saw me when I was, making $30,000.
You was ambitious then, though. Man, look at you now.
I tried, man.
You was ambitious then. You told me you was going to be the man.
I tell you, Will?
You did. We used to joke with each other all the time, man. We used to joke, but you did your thing. I'm proud of you.
Nah, man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But, man, look. Best of luck for the rest of the season, man. And
last question I got for you: who you got winning the finals this year?
Oh, so you want to put me on the spot?
Is it the Nuggets? I don't even want to hear nothing. If it ain't the Nuggets, I don't even want to hear.
Yeah, we need to end this interview right now, then.
That's crazy. That's cold. You gonna do us like that?
Want to keep on? Well, come on. We have I never kept it under 100 with you? I ain't never. That's not saying, look, and people get on me all the time, like, I gotta do these predictions before the season. I don't know what the hell what y'all gonna do. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen. No, but I'm saying, people and teams, because they show me. Teams, like, they show some of their teammates, like, the prediction, what this writer said, and they use that as motivation. And that's fine. But then their fans is like, you said such and such is going to win. I'm like, that was in October, idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I got to get that from my company. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm not saying y'all not going to win. Like, things happen. Injuries happen. I can't predict the future. All I can do is get my best assessment. And I will say this. I would like if the pace was picked up a little bit more with you guys. And then, you know what I mean? It's getting there. A little bit more freestyle. I think, obviously, Nokia's, that's the centerpiece. So you got to slow it down for him, let him get the ball. But, a little bit more pizzazz wouldn't hurt.
We're going to have to show you a little more for you to pick us up.
Hey, y'all ain't no slouches, I'll tell you that. You ain't no slouches. I know you about to do your thing. Comeback player of the year, was that something that was on your agenda for this season?
Nah, we ain't doing nothing for no awards. You know me. We getting it out the mud. We just Just keep doing what we doing.
All right.
Recognition, we don't care about that.
Well, my God, man, like I said, man, I appreciate you, man. Nothing but love for
Yes,
you, man.
sir. Yes,
Will
sir.
Barton of the Denver Nuggets, my latest guest, Posted Up Podcast.